With so many opportunities to do different things and nobody telling us when to stop or what is enough, life can start to feel pretty overwhelming. With the ever-evolving technology, there will probably be even more overstimulation and distractions in the future for our minds. I know that if I don't take control of this now, my own mental health is at a great risk. And if you have watched our channel previously, you know that I have started this journey of simplifying life already. But still I get distracted all the time. And that's why I'm really eager to try something new. It's time to turn to somebody who knows these things better than I do. Matt D'Avella.
Let's get into it.
I've seen that Matt has a few of these rules to live by that he shares in his videos. I have not seen them yet, but I trust this guy, so I decided to implement all of them and see what happens. So step 1, let's find out what the rules are. Alright, so there's this 5-minute rule, 2-day rule, 3-year rule, 4 rules to help increase your productivity, and 3 rules for sleep. 4 rules for digital minimalism. There are quite a lot of rules for me to try. And just double checking, I'm going through his channel. Here exactly, the 90% rule in the thumbnail. I'm watching the videos and listing the rules down. While watching, I realized there are 15 rules in total. Just a little quick note, while editing this video, Matt actually just posted a new video with 10 more rules. So yeah, he's a pretty disciplined guy. Since this video is really about mental clarity and not feeling so overwhelmed, I feel like if I have 15 rules that I need to at the same time apply to my own life, that is pretty overwhelming. I got an idea. What if I write them down on a piece of paper and put them in a bowl, and then I just randomly pick? I will do that. I'm first removing the rules or habits that I already do or have in my life, plus the 3-year rule, as it would be nice to post this video before that. Then I'm writing the remaining 11 down and will randomly pick and implement 3 of them. Alright, the moment of truth. Let's pick the first one, and that is 2-day rule. In a nutshell, the 2-day rule means never skipping 2 days in a row of something you really want to improve or keep as a habit. For example, Matt uses this to keep himself in a good shape as it keeps him disciplined. The second one is no screens in bed. I like this one. This is very good for mental health, I think, and I do this way too much. And the last is process similar tasks at the same time. So actually this last one will require a little bit more planning. I have to understand what are the similar tasks and how can I benefit the most from this rule. Time to create a small plan on how to execute this. For the 2-day rule, I had a quite long list of things that I could do, like habits, and I decided to go with 2 difficult ones and 1 somewhat easier one. So they are meditation. It's very beneficial habit, but it's just I skip it, I forget. Then studying Italian, big weakness for me. It's a language that I really want to learn, but my god, how difficult it is to stay consistent learning languages. Then last is exercising. This one is the easier one for me. For the rule of processing similar tasks at the same time, I divide my daily actions into these groups: communication, creation, and maintenance. To start this experiment strong, I'm leaving my phone on the dining table before going to sleep. And man, I fell asleep immediately. In the morning, I'm not really feeling like getting up from the bed immediately as I'm having a day off. So I just lie there with the window open and listen to the birds. I slept well, I'm feeling great, and even decided to eat breakfast before picking up the phone. The first morning is definitely a success. Then it's the time to go after my 2-day rule habits. First, a nice run at my local track, and then a peaceful meditation. At this point, I'm realizing that I need to start tracking these habits somehow to make sure I will not skip 2 days in a row. I'm not the best at creating spreadsheets, so I called for some help. It looked great on my PC and the expectations were high, but the reality...
Oh, that's super small.
Well, I'll still go with that one. I consider yesterday to be the day 1, so I checked the ones that I have done in these 2 days so far. And then BAM! I went to a park to read a book in Italian. 3 out of 3 for today. A massive start to this experiment, as it has been months since I last found the time and willpower to do all these habits the same day. I'm feeling super great. This time the no screens in bed rule caused some difficulties. I had a big urge to take the phone both in the night and in the morning as I normally would. I'm so used to that, so this rule can turn out to be quite difficult. Or, on the other hand, a massive learning experience. I decided that today is a maintenance day. I'm doing chores at home, tidying up the house and taking out the trash. Well, I got a bit inspired and here I am collecting plastic trash from a nearby forest. I guess this is really the effect of processing similar tasks at the same time. I trashed the plastic trash in a big bin, and as here in Finland you get money from recycling empty bottles and cans, I took them to the closest supermarket and got paid €2.30 for my efforts. Not much, but at least I helped the local squirrel community. Today I didn't have time for Italian or meditation, but I think that's okay. Not every day you can be a
productivity master.
I'm again leaving the phone in the living room. I really need to get rid of this freaking phone addiction. It's really like 30 degrees inside here. I'm sweating so much. Today is like the 5th or 6th day since starting this experiment, and I must tell you that it has been easier to fall asleep in the night because there isn't anymore, the struggle between should I watch a movie or not, or scroll Instagram or whatever. It's just that I leave my phone here in the living room and then close my eyes. I was a little bit worried about will I wake up in the morning without the alarm clock, but yeah, the sun rises here at like 3:45 or something, so I wake up pretty naturally. I've also noticed that when you process similar tasks at the same time, you get really sucked into that type of activity. So if it's, for example, creative things, you start to get more ideas. The other one was the trash thing that I did. I just needed to continue and had this great idea as well to go out and do some good. So I can definitely know why Matt would have this as a rule, because it really works wonders. I'm very happy that I have started the habits again. Exercising has been very nice. Meditation as well. I've been doing it consistently. The Italian, I have been doing it, but it feels so difficult. Every time I feel the resistance when I should do it. I'm currently doing quite the minimum, reading a book, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. The book is very good, but still I'm struggling to read it. So let's call Matt and see if he would have some advice for me. Hey Matt!
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, I can. I've actually been using some of your rules for a week now.
Good, man. Fingers crossed it works.
Yeah. I mean, I've been using the 2-day rule, but I've been struggling a bit still to stay consistent. Do you have any suggestions for me?
The answer is almost offensively simple. You might begin by taking a look in your closet and asking yourself what you haven't used over the past year.
So you're saying that to stay consistent with Italian, I should become a minimalist.
Believe it or not, this is where procrastination comes in.
I'll try that. After all, you are the productivity master here. Any other solutions to overcome this?
Promise your brain that you're only going to work on a very small but specific part of a task for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes.
So as Matt suggested me in this clearly legit video call, I'm taking aboard in this experiment the 5-minute rule. So basically it means that I have to do anything that I set up, some hard thing, for example, studying Italian, for at least 5 minutes. After the time is up, I can either decide to continue or then go to do something else. I really hope this rule will help me to keep the momentum going and kind of ease the stress of having to do or improve a lot every day. Let's see how this goes. Washing dishes is the most epic activity. Today marks the day 14 of this experiment, and I cannot wait anymore to tell you about the transformation I've been going through. 2 weeks ago, I spent a lot of time every day just mindlessly scrolling on social media, felt stressed, distracted, and kind of this uneasiness. Now after these 2 weeks, I feel physically and mentally very healthy. I got back on track with Italian. I've been studying it more in the past 2 weeks than in the past 6 months. I even finished the whole book that I was reading. I started liking daily meditations again, and like as a complete plus, like bonus thing, I deleted all my social media except YouTube, so Facebook, Instagram and TikTok, just because I realized that they take so much time every day. So I felt like, why not? Now the big question, will I keep having these rules in my life? And for the 2-day rule, the answer is yes. But I will not have all the 3 habits that I had during this 2-week experiment. I will just have one, that is the Italian language, and also I will combine it with the 5-minute rule. So basically at least every other day I need to do the 5 minutes. It's quite low, I know that, but I feel like that's the only way I can keep this habit and momentum going, and I'm pretty sure I will do more than the 5 minutes, as I'm very inspired now to talk the language every single day. For the no screens in bed rule, I will keep it, but not during the weekends, because they are usually the time that I don't want to limit myself too much. But for the weekdays, yeah, I will not, scroll on social media. Well, I don't have it anymore anyway. Right before going to sleep, so that will stay. And then the last one, processing similar tasks at the same time. I will definitely keep this one because it helps me to stay productive, and it reduces so much distractions and mental clutter overall from my mind. This experiment was quite spontaneous for me, and that is actually one of the values or points that I want to make and challenge you to experiment something yourself. Don't make life so serious. Do something fun. For example, watch this video next. Remember to stay kind and meaningful in your own beautiful journey. Have a nice day and see you in the next one. Arrivederci. Ciao.